three H's. It's highlights, high hopes, and hijinks. And we, throughout the game, we feel a few feels, etc., etc., and we might want to bring them up again. So this is a chance for all of us, one at a time, to go through highlights, things that we liked in the game, things that we thought were cool. Kudos to the GM for making this ruling or going, hey, Riv, you're role playing, fucking awesome. Just compliments.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something bad.
No, this is highlights right now. Hijinks, on the other hand, we say things that have rubbed us wrong, rulings that we kind of thought weren't fair, or we're just like, yo, Gats.
Why did we shop for fishing poles for 3 in-game hours?
Yeah, why didn't you stop us?
For 3 out-of-game hours.
Or
3 out-of-game hours.
Or, things that were just like, yo, I love your Riv, but
Oh, no.
every time you talk about snowflakes, it just makes me sick to my stomach. I think we got to work on that.
I want to see
it's-
Riv catch snowflakes now.
Yeah.
But it's just a time to like kind of be like, yo, this didn't really work for me. Yeah. And then high hopes. Oh,
Nope,
you want to add?
Go.
Is the last thing, and we're like, it's things that you want to see in the future, things that you want to see explored. It's basically reaching out to our wonderful GM who is probably overworking himself and being like, yo, I want to see more actions between Theoden and that one NPC that really made Theoden mad. I think that would be interesting.
Just keep Theoden mad.
Yeah. Just keep him mad. Or, hey, I think it would be really interesting if Noir and Asa had more time on screen. Or, hey, I hope we run into that, one NPC who twirled their mustache with us at least once. So it's just, a time to be like, yo, I hope this happens in the future.
Yeah. So
it's
So
simple.
standard military after action report.
Yeah, basically. It helps reduce table bleed. It kind of helps Gats and all of us kind of refocus. And it's nice to get into the habit of that.
Yep.
I like that. I'm all for that.
So yeah, I've done looser versions of that in the past, and let's try it tonight and see how it goes. Have the hijinks, high hopes, and highlights.
I do it with every group.
It's fun. All right, well, we are live. Been live for a few minutes now, and we are on our fun. Oh, you're good. We are on our fun 0 session of season 5 of Bane of the Ancients. So let's start off with a quick round of introductions. Hello, I'm Gats. I'm the game master for Bane of the Ancients, and who am I playing with tonight?
Hello everyone, I go by Ludria. I'm going to be playing Asa, the half-elf celestial warlock. Excited to be here.
And I am Chubby Kobold, and I will be playing the Kobold Rogue Riv.
I am Joe. I'll be playing the half-elf Kensei, Theoden Rokas.
Hey, I'm Paul, and I'm playing Noir, who's human and who's a druid.
And I am Two Hands. I'll be playing the character Balthazar, who is a human bard, an eloquence bard. So, preparing the orations, possibly the insults.
And for anyone wondering why Two Hands is up in the corner, he is not a formal member of the party. He is a guest star who may be an ally, may be a villain, may be neutral party. Every time they show up, the party will not know. And they won't be here every time. All right, thank you, everybody. So, let's start off a little bit of overview of the world. This is the continent of Nikoso. There is a broad, varied world with all kinds of different biomes and everything like that. We've got our kind of main setting for most of the Bane of the Ancients campaigns have been up in this northern region near the town of Makoma and branching down towards Everin. However, with this season, we are going way out in BFE, far away to a small little settlement called Bigaldi. This area of the world is predominantly controlled by a Viking-esque culture. It is well known that Skapta is kind of the most powerful, most prevalent Viking settlement in the region. And kind of stretching out, going west along the coast, it gets more and more sparse. But Bigaldi happens to be the town where our heroes reside. Let's go here. It is a small settlement, and it is in the process of being rebuilt. Again, Viking culture, thatched roof, wood buildings, living off the land as well as they can. The party, as well as the people who've been living in this town the last 10 years, have been trying to rebuild it after it had been devastated a decade ago. I believe it was about 8 years ago that our first character, Isa, arrived here, lending their hand. And besides them, for the party members, they all arrived just in the last couple of years, with the exception of our lovely friend Balthazar, who has been here right after the devastation. Okay. Where we pick up, it's a lovely summer Thursday afternoon. Balthazar had gotten word that today is going to be one of the best days for knucklehead trout fishing. You had all planned earlier this week to get together. You haven't really been able to get together for a while to hang out and relax. There's been a lot of busy stuff, getting ready for trading season, doing hunting, gathering. So you'd all decided to just take a little bit of break on the water. There's also word that one of the neighboring villages might be showing up any day now for some trading, some partying, some fun. For some reason, oh my god, I already forgot his name. What was the seer's name?
Kelzana.
Kilzana.
Not his formal name, but that's what people referred to him as.
Correct. The town seer Kilzana was supposed to show up for this little fishing expedition. And, sometimes they don't show up. Duty calls. People really need to see them. So it's not super abnormal that they didn't come. Though they seemed like they were going to show up pretty well. A lot of the town's out fishing right now. They're not in the backdrop, of course, but they are out there. And you've been out here probably about an hour so far and haven't caught anything yet. So, let's go through and talk about what your characters look like. Let's start out with you first, Isa. Why don't you go ahead and describe what your character looks like and kind of their role and what they've been up to the last decade or so since they've been in this town.
Sure thing. So, very pale, ashen skin, has some sweet-ass blue tattoos kind of marking their face. It's, their hair's a very pale, blonde color. Doesn't really seem natural. They can typically be seen wearing very heavy furs. Not typically a fan of the cold, ironic given the location that they live. They are primarily a healer by nature and has, since they've been here about 8 years, taken the role as Jarl. They've helped in the rebuilding effort, they've tended to the wounded, and really tried to foster a community in this rebuilt settlement.
And tell me about your little buddy who's always around.
Yes. Yomi. Yomi is one of my closest, but by no means my most trusted ally. while Yomi is working under me and serves the same god as I do, they are a mischievous spirit through and through. They are covetous, enjoy the prettier things in life. However, at the end of the day or night, I know that I can rely on them. They follow my orders loosely. I treat them with respect, and I very much value their counsel.
Cool. Next, let's go over to Riv. Tell me a little bit about Riv.
So Riv came from a old white dragon's warren, and unfortunately for him, all of his people were killed, and the white dragon was destroyed as well. And he has wandered for some time, and now he has come across this village where he has decided that he wants to be a baker. He used to do a lot of cooking with the kobolds, and he was also a healer by using different poultices and herbs and things of that nature that he had found. And so now he makes cookies in town, and he helps with the truffles that the town is known for exporting. But right now, he is clutching the bottom of the boat, whimpering, and just trying his best to stay alive.
Perfect. Next, we have Theoden. Tell me a little bit about Theoden. What's the first thing you notice about him, and a little bit about him?
So Theoden's very traditional Viking-esque braids in equipment denotes that he's obviously from this area. However, with all the scars and such from his body, indicates that he is very well traveled. Probably did some mercenary work before eventually settling down within the town itself here. Having a general store / also tavern, such a thing. Just a hangout spot for anybody.
Cool. And he obviously has some innate charisma, which is noticeable.
Yes.
And why he doesn't wear shirts.
Yes.
Okay.
Even in the cold, doesn't wear shirts.
Alrighty. Let's talk about our lovely companion, Noir. A little bit about Noir.
Little about Noir. Noir, as far as anyone can tell, is at least a humanoid. They have human hands, human feet, but they're always wrapped up in furs. They're wearing this psychotic-looking mask that looks like they have literally ripped off a boar's face from a boar's body and just smacked it on their own face. Noir whispers a lot, looks off into space, doesn't look like they're really paying attention much to anything around them, but will still react because they're aware of what's going around them. And at the moment, Noir is leaning over the edge of the boat and putting their grubby, muddy hand that's caked in all sorts of grime into the water and just whispering little things to themselves as if they're trying to coax fish into their own hand.
Nice. Alright, and our guest star. Tell me about Balthazar.
Howdy, everybody. So, Balthazar is a middle-aged Caucasian man. He has, I'd say, great evidence of several decades of furrowed brows. His skin is pitted and scarred, showing a story of past skirmishes and long debates. Fortitude, both tested physically, mentally, emotionally. He's seen a lot of things. His hair is a fairly dark color, not necessarily black. Perhaps there's some brown in there as well. he does have, you can't see it on this photo, but on the other side of his head, he does have a Malin stripe starting at his right temple and working its way back along his scalp. It's been a defining feature his whole life, and it's just been one of those things where he was born with it, makes him look a little different, but he's kind of learned to lean into it as an extenuating feature of his. He wears a combination of cloaks and leathers. This is some fibrous materials, kind of in a hodgepodge that protects him from the elements. He is a avid user of red dye, but finding access to such nice colors can be few and far between, and so a lot of his garments are worn and a bit faded from the elements and from the exposure. He does like to wear some bracers, and it tries to be pretty functional with his dress and with his composure. He always has a hard look on his face. Sometimes it's hard to know what exactly he's thinking.
And what has his role predominantly been the last decade in the village?
He's, how should I say it, been second in command, so to speak. He's been an avid supporter of the current Jarl, Asa, and supporting her in reestablishing the village, and also just being there logistically behind the scenes in a support role. I think he does fancy the occasional debate, the great philosophical back and forth, and the oration. And at times, if I may say, when Asa just isn't feeling up to addressing the village or addressing a group of people, Balthazar would be the first to step in and perhaps give her a break, because he's quite good at making that conversation, both in an intimate and in a public setting.
Cool. Well, thank you, everybody, for those introductions. So yeah, as I had mentioned, you guys had decided to come out on the lake this afternoon after you gotten your essentials done for the day. Strongly suggested break by Balthazar, supported by Isa. Is it Asa or Isa? Asa?
Asa.
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 Now, how did you guys coax Riv onto the boat?
Riv was totally on board with getting on the boat.
Literally and figuratively.
Talking about how much he likes fishing and what a good swimmer he is.
Awesome.
Poor little fella.
Like a happy dog, jumped on the boat excited, and then you were in the middle of a lake. Not a happy dog anymore. Okay.
So that's what boats are for.
So yes, and as I had mentioned, Balthazar had gotten word that the knucklehead trout are biting a lot right now. And all of you would know, as it is one of the main sources of trade and income for your town, a good-sized knucklehead trout can bring in a couple gold a pop. So it is good money. And you each have a fishing pole. Yomi doesn't. But everybody who has normal-sized hands does have access to a fishing pole if you'd like to try and fish a bit. I will say now is a time where you guys could banter a little bit if you'd like. Or you could just try and fish and let the next hour kind of glide past.
Theoden would be over at Riv, just kind of rubbing his scaled back. Just, it'll be alright. Just breathe and try not to throw anything up in the boat itself.
Oh, it's okay. Riv is going to catch fishes. And Riv has the fishing pole just over the edge of the boat. He's not watching, but he's trying to feel for fishes biting.
Okay. So you're holding it over, not looking, but you're just holding the pole, feeling the line, hoping something will bite. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then Nor, you're doing your druidic coaxing technique, correct?
Um,
Like a raccoon bear.
I yeah,
That's redundant.
Nor's just kind of hanging over the edge and whispering only to themselves, nothing too loud. Um, but it looks like they're spacing out a little bit too much.
Mm.
And this is the thing that I was thinking about. Sorry, I'm reading through my spells.
You're good. You want me to swing back around to you?
Oh no, I think this is the exact thing I was looking for. Um, yeah, I think she's doing little augury with the shapes of the waves of the water.
Ooh. Okay.
Would you like me to put that up in chat?
Yes. So, Nor, you cast augury. Would you mind pasting that into the chat for us? So, you spend a minute casting this spell, going into a bit of a trance, muttering to yourself, playing with the water with your mucky paws, as you described them.
Yep.
And what is it that you are inquiring about with your augury spell?
About the town's hunger. Because we are fishing for the town, or at least that's what Nor thinks.
Mm-hmm.
And, one does wonder if our fishing trip is going to be successful and actually feed people.
So, is your fishing trip going to be successful and bring food in? That's what you're asking with the augury. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, the minute goes by, casting it, and you get wheel for fishing. Yeah. So, wheel for fishing. So, if you continue fishing, you will bring food to the town, and that will help feed people. With that specific question, you get that sense that fishing equals food. If we bring it to the town, some people will get food.
Good.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Nora will start mumbling something around that. In the lake, there are many fishes. They will help fill many dishes.
I'm guessing that's loud enough for all the party to hear, right?
Or whoever's close by.
Okay.
Nor, my friend, what was that?
The lake has many, many fishes.
Oh, that's quite good news. Nor, right? That is your name, right?
Nor?
Forgive me, I'm troubled with names at times. How are you doing today?
Nor's in a boat.
Okay. Are you having a good time out here with all of us?
Nor is in a boat. Not on land, nor forest, nor rock, nor sky, nor clouds.
You really say your name a lot.
It's quite deep. Happy to have you here, Nor. Thanks for talking. As I pick up my fishing rod and cast it on the other direction.
So Balthazar casts a line, and Asa, how are you handling your forced relaxation time?
Forced relaxation time. Probably spending a fair few moments looking back at the town before realizing, like, well, there's not much I can do besides maybe bring in some extra gold if I catch some things. I'm out here on this boat. It's a ways off.
It's a similar vibe to Noir. I'm stuck on a boat.
Balthazar, I imagine, is like... So, Balthazar, you as my second, you would recognize that I have the capability to see through the eyes of my familiar. My familiar is now with me on the boat, so... My eyes and full attention are out here with all of you. I'd have a line cast, but I'd be paying more attention to... Well, Ace would be paying more attention to everybody in the boat. Probably check in on Riv, like... How are you doing, Riv? You... have a... Ever do you have a strange way of fishing?
Oh, this is how all the best fishers fishes.
My hands are by teeth.
I am going to catch this many fishes.
And he holds up 2 fingers and says,
5 fishes.
5?
That's the spirit.
Quite a lot of confidence there.
And... when you do catch a fish, do you need help pulling it in? Some of them are... well, they can grow rather large, knucklehead trout. Tenacious creatures they are, living in these cold waters.
Well, I mean, if people wants to help, they can help, and I have cookies.
Alright.
Say, it's... Forgive me, but it's been some time since I've went fishing for knucklehead trout. How big do they get in this area?
So, GM. Would I have an idea as to, some of the knucklehead trout people who come in boasting about, like, gonna be selling good this season, right?
The fun thing about telling stories is you can embellish it as you would like. Why don't you roll me a nature check to see if you've gone out and kind of seen these fish before, or a history about the different tales people have told in the town.
Okay.
Different results either way.
Yeah, I would know about tales.
So roll me a
Especially
history.
any that... Yeah. No, so I would know about tales enough to recognize that they don't mean shit. I'm a roll of nature.
All right, see what
I was gonna ask if I could also roll a nature, seeing being a forager and such.
yeah,
Got a 12 though.
to know about the different fishies. Sure. Did you roll? That's a GM.
Yeah, on accident. I fixed that, but I did roll a 12, everyone.
I was gonna say, if you just tell us, then we'll know.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone here, I rolled a 12.
Okay.
I've got a 9.
So, you guys about average knowledge of the fish area. Neither of you are accomplished fishermen. It's not really your repertoire. Nor usually out in the woods, and I say you're usually on the shore. Let's be honest. But you've seen, dead fish coming in. They look, pretty big, maybe 30 pounds, something like that. Not bad fish, the ones you've seen coming through. Some of them, they're usually already kind of gutted when you've seen them. Some of their heads chopped off. So, yeah, you see the fish coming through the town, no head. And the body, you might estimate around 30 pounds, something like that.
Children size.
Yep.
Well,
Size of children.
yeah, Nor in the background, children's size. I think what Nor means to say is they can get quite large. 30 pounds, I would make some of them that I've seen, but I'm sure there are larger ones. I've heard tales. Yomi tells no ends of tales, and according to her, there's one that dwells at the bottom of the lake that, well, has yet to be caught. Yet to be seen in recent times, though many folk know about it. Quite a bounty on that one.
Hey,
Oh.
GM,
Mhm.
how cold is the water?
You are in the far north, So it's very
Mhm.
cold, despite it
Concern.
being summer. It is a lake. I don't know the temperature off the top of my hands, but let's just say it would be shocking to jump in, temperature-wise. It's not going to kill you, but it's shockingly cold.
Or has both hands in the water and leaning over the boat.
Nor. Nor. Nor, my good friend, that may not be the wisest thing to do.
Must catch a fish. Must gut a fish.
Perhaps try the fishing rod there instead.
Nor, I have a suggestion. Would you like to use one of these? And I reference to the rolled up nets that are on my backpack, secured by belts, although it's still rolled up in its form.
Like bugs.
I'm just going to silently unravel it and hand it to you. And I'm going to keep the belt, because I'm a little concerned.
Valid.
Yeah, Nor goes elbow deep with the net. And it's just leaning and waiting.
Beautiful.
Anybody have a decent-sized bait we can give to our dear friend with the boar mask? Maybe a small rabbit or a bleeding rat. Anyone? Cobalt, you. Do you have anything that might contribute here as well? I only have rations on me, and I doubt these creatures will be much akin to them.
I have a cookie.
A cookie?
Yeah, Riv pulls out from a little bag a cookie that is cooked and used like a cookie cutter, and it looks like a little rose.
Aw.
Does anyone else see the cookie?
You giving a sidelong glance.
Still been
It's a real cookie.
I haven't seen one of those in years.
They're really yummy, and they make your belly really full.
Riv, do you have any more of those cookies?
Yeah, I have 5.
And he holds up 2 fingers.
Theoden,
Yes.
you ever catch a fish with a cookie?
I can't say that I have personally, but I have heard stories though. However, they're
catching-
very, very skilled.
Catching fish with cookies. Those are
Yes,
stories you've heard?
Yes, yes.
Looks around. Riv, what do you put in those cookies?
The best ingredient is love.
What do fish love?
Cookies, of course.
Beautiful.
You know what? I'm feeling a little feisty. What if we put the cookie dangling inside the net that our dear friend Nor has in the water?
Let's try it.
Riv, these are your cookies, and I respect that. How do you feel about this idea?
I feel a little cold.
Why do you feel cold?
Because it's cold.
Fair. Would you like a blanket?
Oh no. I grows up in the snows, and I like it cold.
Okay. So that's
Wow.
okay. That's great. We're having a great time on this boat.
That makes at least one of us. Pulls. Just furs closer, is clearly shivering a bit.
And Riv is now like gotten to the point where he's sitting and actually trying to fish now. And he has put a little piece of the cookie, which feels like dry tack. But if you actually taste it, they taste pretty good.
Fair enough.
So I rolled for how hot it got on this nice summer day. It's a nice 58 degrees out. One of the hottest days you've had.
That's balmy. I love it.
But there is nice cool water wisping across the lake, constantly chilling your bones. Those of you who aren't covered in furs.
Covered in furs, still chilled to the bone.
Yep.
Nothing but
It's a-
furs.
Yes, because
Theoden standing in the wind, bare chest, mantle over his shoulders.
Yep.
Hard
Feeling
titties,
it.
yo.
Oh, yes, very hard.
that's what we're going to use to gut the fish later.
Oh yes, yes. These things cut stone.
So, it sounds like, Riv, you did give Nora a cookie, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Nora
Anybody who wanted a cookie got one.
is passing cookies out. So
I'll take one.
Riv pulls out
Fuck.
quote unquote 5 cookies. How many cookies actually come out?
One for everybody.
5 cookies.
Okay, so 5 cookies.
Yeah.
There we go.
One of those times where it actually applies.
Yeah, you know,
It works this time.
always right 25% of the time. It's pretty good. So, so yeah, everybody has a cookie who wants to take one. Anybody opting out of a cookie from Riv?
No,
No.
of course not.
Does it appear that that's all that he has?
No. The little bag that he has the cookies in looks to still have a few in it.
Gotcha. How close am I to Riv?
You're diagonal across the boat, but I mean, you could shuffle on over there if you wanted to get cozy.
Sure. So I'll kind of shuffle my way over, scooting across these long seats, and hopping one row back to little Cobalt Riv, and I'm gonna put my large hand on his shoulder and just look him in the eye, which can be difficult at times. And I'm just gonna say thank you, my friend, for the cookie. This means more to me than you may ever know. I take it without breaking eye contact, and I'm gonna scoot back.
I'm glad you like the cookies.
And Riv is now to the point where he's got the fishing rod in one hand. He's got the other hand on the side of the boat. He's standing on the seat, kind of leaning over with the fishing rod out into the water.
Love it.
Riv, you may want to sit down.
As you say that, you can hear shouts from another boat farther deeper across the lake. Just, yeah, hooray! And you can see, anybody can see if they peek over that way, everybody kind of clamoring over to one side of the boat as they haul in a big scarlet fish.
Nice.
Very good.
So a bit more time goes by. It sounds like everyone's fishing in their own way. Let's have you do some rolls to see how those ways turn out. Everyone, go ahead and roll me a survival check first. Nice.
But it wasn't a natural one.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Nice.
Oh, this is the point where we probably all say our roles.
Yep.
So, shall we go down the line?
So
Why, of course. Starting at the bottom, which would be me, with a 1. Not a natural one, but a 1.
1 survival.
Riv got a 6, which is a 3 adjusted by +3.
Theoden, how was your fishing?
Got a 14.
And Noir got an 8.
And Balthazar got a respectable 9.
Okay. So, you all talked for a while. Another 30, 40 minutes goes by. The tumult of them catching a fish all made you remember that you were fishing for a moment. Um, the only one to get a bite is Theoden. Theoden, you feel a tug at the line, and you sense just the right time to whip it up. You can feel the hook sink into this fish's mouth. Go ahead and roll me a natural 20 real quick.
Just a straight D20.
Straight D20.
Ready?
Oh,
You
that's
asked.
funny.
You asked for a natural
Self-fulfilling
20,
prophecy.
you got one.
You got
That
your
Holy
natural 20.
shit.
though.
Roll me an athletics check. Ooh, real quick.
Athletics. Alright.
Theoden, I think we've got something there.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
Good boy.
Did you go through? Yep.
9. Okay.
Rip.
You were sitting in the boat, right?
Me?
You were one of the few people
I-
actually sitting properly on your seat.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what's happening. Once you sink that thing in and you pull back on the rod, you feel it jerk so hard that you can either let go of the rod, you can hold tight, though you think you might get pulled into the lake, or you can try to somehow hold on to the side of the boat and the rod in some kind of scrabble to minimize the jolt on you. Which one of those three things do you want to do, unless you have another idea?
I have a suggestion.
Please.
I'm going as I'm like about to be pulled over, I grab the hood of the mantle and pull it over my head and let the rod and hold on to it as I dive into the water.
So, you see Theoden throw up the red hood on his mantle and get sucked into the lake rod first.
Theoden! Can I give him bardic inspiration?
What's the range on it?
Let's see. Within 60 feet.
Yeah,
I
You
hope
can-
he's within 60 feet.
yeah. If you, I mean, you all heard the splash and probably a blur in your peripherals. And if you scrabble to the side of the boat and look down very quickly, you could probably see Theoden's red image being dragged down.
Awesome. I'm gonna yell really loudly, Theoden, you can do it! As I give you bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
All right, you got that D6.
Oh no.
While I'm under the water, I'm going to expend the mantles, all of the points on it, and cast water breathing on myself, and just start swimming as fast as I can after this fish, while still holding on to the fishing rod and essentially using it as like a tracker almost
Okay.
to follow the fish.
So, Theoden just goes sailing off like a dolphin. You only can you
Tell me
follow
the
him?
boat lurches.
Quick question.
What
Does
happens to Riv?
Does Nor have enough time to do Hunter's Mark on Theoden?
What the range is that? 120?
90 feet.
Yeah, you can mark him. You can
Yeah.
track him to find his body later. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's like,
Oh,
I
and
will be gutting something today.
Hunter's
Ooh.
Mark's a bonus action, right?
yep.
Yep. So yeah. Nor, you probably got the best view of this whole thing, as you saw in peripheral, just this red getting dragged down into the water. Do you nonchalantly cast Hunter's Mark, or are you like urgently
Nonchalantly,
cast?
just nonchalantly. Just it's like ripples. They're underwater.
Beautiful. Riv, Balthazar, you guys, Asa, you doing anything to help
Yeah,
your buddy?
I also would stand up immediately and give a call to Yomi. Be like, follow him. Like, looking into the water, like, where the fuck did he go? I'm not jumping in there. Do you have eyes on?
The one with
Yomi.
the ripples is moving that way, and Noir just kind of points in a direction.
Let's see. So Yomi was obviously daydreaming on this boat, just looking up at the sky. Shakes their head. What?
Theoden fell in the water. I'd like to know where he's gone.
The one with the ripples is moving that way.
Nor has it.
The oars! To the oars, man!
Yomi?
Fine. And Yomi just like flies up, trying to get a spot.
And to the oars, Ace is like, that's not a bad idea. And it's gonna go back here, pick up one of the oar. Nor, do you have it? Where? That way?
That way. Points in general direction of where he is.
So far, it sounds like you guys are being pretty nonchalant about this whole thing.
Riv has one of the oars and is just paddling it really fast. So whoever is on the other side, they might be going in a circle.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Steady that one out. He's roaring too fast. Come on, keep up. I'm gonna start trying to get these guys motivated. Get some speeches going here. Get some eloquent words.
Nice. I'll take the other side.
I don't think Nor has stopped leaning over the side of the boat and still has her arms in the water.
Nor does Ace expect you to.
Nor
Just gonna have her.
the remnants
You're
of a
our
sake
dowsing
cookie
rod.
and a net.
You see,
Yeah.
you're our dowsing rod, Nor. This is important work.
Oh,
And
this
steering
is
the
super
boat.
slow.
Yeah.
We must move faster, men. I'm gonna pick up my viol and I'm gonna start playing like a pretty wildly paced tune on my viol and stand up and trying to row with my feet
This-
while playing.
I was gonna say, this ship would row faster if you would use your hands. Balthazar, ever are your words inspiring? We could use a hand here.
Riv and Asa, roll me some athletics checks real quick. And
Oh, this is
Balthazar,
gonna be
I would love to see your performance for this inspirational tune. Get them in sync here.
God, gotta love your -1 modifier on that.
Asa with the
You
10.
got it.
Asa, a very average rowing speed. Riv,
That's a lot asking from me.
you're rowing very frantically, but with
Just
not
like-
that much force.
Just slap in the water. Just slap in the water.
Heave ho, man, heave ho.
And Balthazar, with the tune, please roll me your performance check.
All right, I will do that.
And if you want to throw a ballad out there, that will help your DC if it's good, hurt it if it's bad. Unless it's so bad it's good. 14, respectable.
Probably gonna be probably something to the tune of well, I mean we're not in our world, so I don't know. If I had to put a tone to it, a melody, it would be like Devil Went Down to Georgia. Like that's how fast I'm playing.
Okay.
All right.
Good
So-
shanty.
So you're bringing the tempo up pretty well, but probably your least two effective rowers are on oars right
Yeah.
now. So,
I'm just gonna throw it down in exhaustion or in desperation and try to help
throws
them
it
row.
down, exhaustion, takes a nap.
I'm so done here.
all right.
Theoden, we could use you on Riv's side.
Stop being
Theoden,
underwater,
where are you?
God.
Theoden. Oh no, Balthazar. Theoden yells at Theoden. Hey, buddy, we're trying to get back to shore. Dress up here.
Oh, beautiful.
As you just see a like a thumbs up come out of the water.
Nice.
So we're slowly spinning to like the left or the right and trying to go after Theoden, right?
Yeah, what's interesting though is you're actually going kind of straightish. Your net dragging the boat on that side is slowing it, balancing it a bit, but you're veering slightly left. Theoden's just being dragged out to the lake.
How dark is this water?
It's pretty clear for the first 80 feet.
How much like sea plants? Well, not sea plants, but like lake plants. Does it have any weeds or anything?
This far out, not very. But you have to go down pretty far. If you
Okay.
get closer into shore, yes, there's plenty.
Don't worry, we might get there.
Yeah, the first like 150 feet offshore, tons, lily pads, all kinds of lake grass, things like that. But you're out in the water with all the other fishermen. Theoden,
Yes.
you've been dragged around quite a bit. You feel a slight lapse in the fishes. It like stopped going full bore for just half a second. What's your next move?
Do I get a sense on how far it is from me, with the line still in my hands?
Roll me a perception check.
Went to go like grab an actual die. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's gonna be a nat 20, GM.
Yeah.
Again?
Perception.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's
Respectful
five.
roll.
Pretty hard to tell. Again,
Would you roll?
you
What
kind of
did you
had
roll?
he rolled a 5 perception. Thank you, Paul. 5 perception. It's pretty hard to tell. You've had your hood down this whole time, and you're just holding on for dear.
Trying
really,
to swim forward.
You want this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know how far it is, but you're still attached. You've still got your rod. You chose to go with it like any true fisherman would, right? Unless it's winter, because then you die. But
Like any true fisherman would for his craft.
I'll see you soon, Thor. I got a really big fish. Killed me.
I'll see you in Valhalla.
So what is
Rod
your move?
snacks.
It's at the end of your line.
I will grab my axe from my belt and just chuck it at the fish itself.
So throwing your axe at the fish
Underwater?
underwater. Just to clarify.
I mean,
It's already at disadvantage, right?
So pause. What?
What?
I'm not gonna
I like-
stop you. But if you can throw that axe more than 3 feet, you get a goddamn medal.
I like where this is going.
Okay.
Axe is worth
So
more
you-
than the fish.
And I'm gonna clarify a couple things. So you don't know exactly where the fish is. You don't have sight on it.
Yep.
But you feel the line pretty taut, but it's slack just a second, and you're gonna throw it at where you felt it was a moment ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll me a thrown axe with disadvantage.
Good.
I'm gonna see him nat 20 this.
I believe in you. Double
You
nat
can
20.
do this.
So disadvantage, yes,
Yeah.
obviously.
That's
Obvi. I think I did that right.
12.
Yeah.
12
say
with
that.
disadvantage is not terrible. This is so silly. This is just silly. Oh my gosh.
You all thought Noir was going to be off the boat.
We did.
Part of me thought Nora was gonna be the boat.
I mean, I never said Theoden was a smart fellow.
Oh no. Oh no.
That actually hits.
Oh shit. Shit.
What?
That actually hits.
Don't clap too fast.
The man, the legend.
So,
As you go to
roll-
toss it, you just punch it with the axe.
roll damage.
What happened?
Okay.
That's the question of the day.
Okay. Damage. Right.
So in chat, just click on where it says Smoking Raven
Okay.
in the chat. 9 damage. Okay.
Oh, he max damaged. Oh shit.
Yeah. So
Damn.
you rolled max damage on that. And
So-
all of the force of the fish stops.
real
and
that-
and
It's closer.
as you're pulling it closer, you can see this red, murky cloud billowing off of the end of the line. Roll me one more athletics to see how quickly you reel it in here.
Okay.
Is it before the boat hits you?
Oh no.
I'm just wondering when the freshwater sharks are coming.
That's what I'm supposed to do. The lake has other things in it.
Orcas. Don't say it.
Eels.
I guess
I will
Orcas.
I will take anything but lake orcas. Literally anything. Baby Kraken, let's go. Don't fuck with orcas, man. That's not okay.
They're the
Well,
natural
forget-
predator of mooses.
Forgot to select
They are.
normal for that roll, but
Okay.
How horrifying.
So you're pulling it
okay.
in. It's not pulling in super quick. You
Okay.
do Yomi is now hovering up above, points down, and doesn't say super loudly. So you didn't hear what Yomi said. They point down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off the assumption. Yomi found Theoden. He's over there.
He stopped
How far away is he?
over that way.
How far away is he? Like, how far is Yomi?
So Yomi, if you're looking along the horizontal plane of the lake,
Yeah.
Theoden ended up going a good 120 feet. He's also down a ways, but you can't tell how far down he is right now.
Far enough that we should be rowing.
I mean, you're
You know what? How long would it take for me to affix my grappling hook to my 50-foot hempen rope that I have?
If it's not already tied on there,
It should be.
I'd have you roll a sleight of hand or no, survival. Sorry, to see how good you are with knots.
All right,
So quick
men,
game.
we need to get closer to Theoden. I'm gonna try to give him something to hold on to if he needs to be guided back to the boat. All right, everyone. Now watch me tie this knot.
I'm trying.
I rolled a 5. I rolled a 5.
the curse continues.
So,
Wait, Balthazar, you can't tie knots. No.
so
Oh no.
you start putting the rope through, and you tie a basic knot. You have the choice. Do you just go with that, like a really simple knot, and just throw it in, or is it you're gonna take a little extra time to do it, at least close to how you remember? Slow or quick, but sloppy.
This knot needs to be ready. It's not ready, guys. Keep rowing.
Okay.
Is, it,
Don't look at me. Don't look at me when I tie my
Is he-
knot.
is he
Look
getting
that way.
stuck on like the bunny goes around the tree or the bunny goes down the hole?
It's I don't know. This is not that difficult normally. I think this rope is bad. This is a bad rope. Somebody didn't file down this eye port on this red grappling hook. Something's terribly wrong.
Isa and Riv, roll me one more athletics each, real quick.
Oh, hells.
Oh no.
7.
I'm doing my darndest.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're-
Rev.
Riv
What'd you guys roll?
kept the
Riv
speed
gets a
up
20.
and got a 20. Riv
Nice.
now gets that deep in the water and the whole boat kind of lurches over to the right as you go, veering actually in the right direction, because you need to go that way.
Hey, I got
the-
lucky number 7.
Though if it doesn't correct soon, you're going to overshoot to the right and go in a circle. Beautiful. Balthazar, you finally get your rope tied. Nor, are you doing anything besides telling them where to go?
And trying to catch fish with that net, you know.
Yeah, you can roll me a d20 for just luck right now to see if it influences anything. But I will say a boat tearing through the water with people screaming.
I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
You do see
like it.
a few small fish, so small they swim through the net holes. Very small fish. They come to
Nor
get some
will
of the cookie
comment.
crumbs that are falling off of your dissolved cookies.
This net is not tight. It has many holes. All the fish are swimming through.
Nor, grab a paddle for Odin's sake.
Still watching the fish swim through the
Nor.
net.
Theoden, you've
Yes.
pretty well managed to get the fish close. It's like 20 feet away from you now. But you can see some murky silhouettes kind of emerging from down below. What's your next move?
Nervous laughter.
Nope. Shoot straight up.
Like a
Okay.
dolphin.
I told you.
And how
Are you still holding on to the fishing rod?
No.
Wait, so you let go of the rod.
Yes, leaving the rod behind.
Okay.
Does the rod float?
Does a fishing rod float very well? It's a good question.
Depends what it's made out of.
If it's wood,
Probably
I'd think it would.
Probably.
If it has metal bits on it,
Yeah. I'm gonna roll a GM roll. It floats. Okay.
Oh no.
So, Theoden lets go, and you start swimming up as fast as you can. And what is your swim speed right now?
30 feet,
30 feet.
I believe.
do you have a swim speed?
He has a
Yes.
special cloak.
With my hood up.
What?
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody quite knows how Theoden's doing this. But Theoden is swimming up at 30 feet. Are you like taking a dash action to swim up another 30? Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, water is 20 feet above your head, or the surface is 20 feet above your head now. Congrats.
Holy shit.
Nice.
The
I think I
one-
see him.
Boys.
The
You're
one
80 feet down, bud.
he was 80 feet down. The one other thing, you did leave your axe embedded in the fish.
Yes.
Rip.
Do you
Well-
want to retcon that at all?
No.
Okay. Axe is in the fish.
Mhm.
Fishing pole is trying to float. Axe is causing it to kind of sink. Okay. You guys are getting closer and closer. I'm just going to move Theoden for RP's sake.
Nice.
And you can see a red object going towards the surface, nor you know what that thing is. I don't know if anybody else would recognize that as Theoden at this point.
Oh, get
yeah.
ready! Here comes a fishy!
And Riv pulls out his rapier.
Nor will reach the net out, the useless net to Theoden, because I'm assuming the net has like, a handle and all that jazz.
Yeah. Sure. It's. I was thinking of it more of like a loose hanging net. It could be a stick framed net. It doesn't really matter. What kind of net would you carry, Balthazar?
Hunting nets for throwing them on people. So yeah, a loose net.
Oh yeah. Okay, that works still. Just kind of make sure that the net kind of floats toward.
Yeah, it probably a net with maybe a rope on a bit of a line on the one side of it or something like that. That makes sense. Okay, so you throw a net, kind of trying to aim for above where Theoden would be.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll just either a survival or whatever stat you use to attack with for aiming that net. Unless you're proficient with nets.
Let's see. God,
They're exotic
know.
weapons.
Okay, I was like,
They're
I don't
martial.
know if there's a net proficiency.
If you're proficient with martial weapons, then yeah. Or
if I was using a spear, that would be a lot better. But nope. I'll do survival.
I'll let you go for that.
50.
Nice. So yeah,
that's nice.
15 survival. You throw the net, and it's right above where Theoden is going to emerge from the water. Perfect. Balthazar, you now have your net tied.
I'm ready to start weaving this this rope on one end. I'm kind of holding it with two hands and spinning it on my right side, and I'm ready to launch it at where the net has just landed, where Theoden's going to be, in hopes of capturing that net and giving him a rigging that he can hold on to pull that in. So essentially I'm just trying to throw the grappling hook as far as I can towards where Theoden's going to be.
Now, are you going for accuracy on this, or just lobbing it? Like, if you don't care if it goes past, you can reel it back.
Yeah, I'd say even if we overshoot.
Okay.
How close is he to us? Because I only have 50 feet of rope.
He's within that.
If he's within it, then yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, just roll athletics to see kind of how far you throw it. Vaguely.
Sure.
It's a low DC.
Athletics, you said?
Yeah.
Hey, 17. Respectable.
Plenty.
Very nice.
So yeah, you just overshoot it, so if you pull back, it'll catch the net real easily. And so you don't bash Theoden in the head.
All right, men, get ready to heave too. When he surfaces, when he grabs on.
Okay, so Theoden, you break the surface, and there's a net all about you.
When I
Nor's
break
gonna
the
start
surface,
pulling.
would I have a velocity to me with the speed at which I'm swimming?
I mean, yeah, 30 feet. I mean, you're going like, what, 10 feet a second right now? So you're not going super fast. You're not like a dolphin or anything, but you come up out of the water a bit.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
It probably looks pretty majestic.
You get up so like your abs glisten as you shoot up, and then you go back down. That's
my boy.
Yeah, Nora's gonna start pulling as soon as the merchant is in the net.
Yep. I'm noticing the net all around me. I just like grab it and like hold on to it.
Okay. It's
Hey,
not...
Nor. So, like, my face is going to instantly, like, change expressions. And I'm going to look at Nor. And Nor, do you see my eyes? Do you see my face?
They're probably not looking at you.
Nor, what was it that you said about our luck for fishing today?
There's many fish.
Huh. I'm just going to space out.
It's not hard to reel Theoden back onto the ship.
Do we catch
Theoden's
anything
willing.
with the Theoden-sized bait?
Theoden makes it into the ship.
Mild concern.
At least makes it to the edge of the ship. I don't know if you're going to climb in or what your plan is. But they haul you to the edge of the ship. Okay. And
As I'm on the ship, just kind of like shake the water off a little bit. There's company down below. I don't know what it is, but there's quite a lot of them.
There are many fish.
Yomi points down with their fingers and their toes and says, "Right there! There's more Theodens! Big old red things!"
What the fairy said.
Got my thanks, Yomi.
Maybe we can catch some of them with this grappling hook. If they're larger fish, we need a larger line. Would, perchance, one of you be willing to part with your blood? Just a few drops.
Noir
Once-
instantly takes out a dagger.
Or
And
covered
start-
in blood.
Noir's taking the human finger and poking it. Noir doesn't really care.
Okay.
That's great. It's very, very, very generous of you, Nor. Quick, does
Where-
anyone have a rag? Something we
I
can
have-
wrap around this grappling hook.
I have a rag here.
Yes.
Noir just starts petting it.
Good, good. Yes, Nor. Both sides of the rag now, Nor. No, don't be shy. Maybe squeeze the finger a little bit, get some more blood on that, please.
He just cuts
Actually-
another finger.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that works too.
That's more than enough here. Takes the rag away.
And Riv,
Huh.
how are you, what are you up to during the rag-soaking grappling hook bait fiasco?
Riv is just looking at the hook, looking at the rag, and trying to figure out everything that's going on. And he looks and sees the. Does he see the red shapes coming up?
You can roll a perception. You lean over the boat and look down where Yomi's pointing. My brain just tried to figure out, like,
Staring down with a massive 8 on his perception roll.
Ooh.
nice.
You know, if it was on its side, it'd be infinity.
Staring into the abyss.
I like that.
I was just wondering, I wonder if Riv's gigantic yellow orbs allow him to look polarized while he's out or not on the water. Who knows? I don't know about lizard anatomy, and I don't know if they know where to check. Riv, roll me a Fate 20 to see if you have the ability to have a little polarized advantage with those yellow orbs of yours.
Oh, no!
Natural one.
The very
These
opposite.
don't actually work.
The literal.
Clear for show.
Goodbye.
No,
So-
Riv picks up like UVs.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Riv, your eyes are not loving the reflections off of the water. You got a nice mirror here. You can see where Yomi's pointing. There might be some blurs down there. Could be reflections. Who knows what the hell's going on?
Alright, so Riv is standing at the edge of the boat. He's got his rapier in one hand, and he has put a dagger between his teeth because he thinks it looks cool.
Cool.
Probably does look cool.
It's a
Yeah.
nice touch there.
Aesthetics.
Okay.
All right, men. I feel like we should all grab onto this rope and get ready to throw it in. We cannot come back empty-handed.
Whew. Big sneeze. All right. So you've got a grappling hook on the end of a 50-foot rope. The axe and bloodied fish are slowly sinking down. And just to clarify, you let go of that thing before that mad dash upward, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's your guys' plan? How are you gonna? What are you doing here? Theoden, you still have your cape and swim speed. Asa,
Looking down, realizing that he didn't grab the other axe, and just kind of holds his hand out over the boat, and then calls forth the axe, and it teleports to his hand.
can you put your cool blade bond ability in chat for me, so we can read it?
Indeed.
Question is, does fish come with or not?
No, unfortunately,
Aw.
it would be really cool though.
Yes.
But yes, bonded weapon. You focus on it, and it does return to you. Let's see.
Nifty.
What is the time on that? I can't remember. Reading through it here.
Time.
Like time to have it get recalled to you.
Bonus action.
Yep, there we go. So bonus action, just so I know off the top of my head. And yeah, teleports to your hand.
Yep.
So your axe comes to your hand, drenched, dripping blood, with a few scales on it. No fish,
Yeah.
but okay.
Look at this guy. He can swim. He can recall his axe. Theoden, do you want to go fishing again?
I might be persuaded to.
I have this vision of us hooking this grappling hook to you. Now, 1 tug is help, 2 tugs is I'm good. What do you guys think of this plan?
I'm alright with it. And kind of grabs hold of the grappling hook. Any objections?
Yomi mentioned there are other forms and you came up quickly. Do you think you could recover at least the fish you had hooked originally?
I don't think so.
There are many fish in the lake.
What that one said.
If you feel yourself capable, if we pull
luck.
you up in one piece, well, or less than one piece, I will... I just put my hand on your shoulder. I wish you luck.
Nobody's coming with me. Nobody.
I think we need to get them to the surface. I think that's the plan, right? Get them to the surface where we can shoot them or hit them with magic.
I like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You're
Do the thing where you scare the rabbits out of the bushes and you chases the rabbits.
The kobold knows. Yes.
the-
Bushes of flame?
Any
Hopefully
other
not,
ideas?
Noir.
Okay.
No objections.
No objections.
All right. And I just essentially try and
Yeah.
backflip off of the boat with grappling hook in hand.
Some.
It's the boat on the way out.
All right.
Gets his head unconscious, just
Okay, hey, Greg Louganis is on the boat.
So, are you going for efficiency?
All right, men. Now, all grab on. In case a big fish grabs him, we don't let go again. I'm not sure if he'd be able to get away from that one.
Now, are you going for
I
efficiency?
did like ripples.
Oh,
Looks
I'm
just looks
muted.
down.
There we go. I was like, no one's listening to me.
that explains why there's no voices.
we're all atheists.
Are you going for efficiency on this dive or for glamour?
Glamour.
Okay,
As
that's
it
definitely.
should be.
acrobatics and performance, please.
All right. The two I'm proficient with.
Oh. Whew, 18 acrobatics and a solid 17 performance. So yes, it's like the sun glistens off your abs as you go into this beautiful backwards flipping arc, and you
God damn it.
you like you don't even splash, you just like go into the water. Just
Theoden's a JoJo character.
I'm
Yada yada.
okay with this.
As am
I
I.
think we're all
I'm
okay
so
with this.
proud of that lad. Gosh, he makes me proud every day. Now let's get ready to catch a big fish.
Hands you the end. Like, you're not getting out of it this time.
Well, I can't help it, I mean, are you sure you don't need a quick tune to give us all the inspiration? I reach for the
I
viol.
just deadpan glare at you. Don't you fucking do it.
Oh, okay. The rope. This one, the rope. I set my instrument very, very close to me, though, just in case.
okay. They got your rope. You're in the water. Are you just beelining for the red, murky, misty area of the water, or what's your strategy? Here?
I'm going to attempt to see if I can perceive any of the shadowy figures that were coming towards the red mist.
Roll me a perception check underwater.
I believe
So,
in you.
so disadvantage or just straight?
Just roll it straight.
I believe in you.
There it is.
I believe in a thing called love.
18.
18.
So you were trying to see if you could see any big, shadowy, murky silhouettes down below the blood mist. Yes. Yes, you can see 3 distinct, large. It's it seems like there might be a bit of a red hue to them, but they are underneath a bunch of red blood mist at this point.
All by myself.
And they're about 150 feet down.
150 feet down. Okay.
How long is that rope be tied to him?
50.
Yeah.
Great.
So Theoden, you pop in. I'll say you go down 30 feet. You perceive that. What's your next course of action?
I will ready myself. Ready the grappling hook to stab it into something. When it gets close enough. One of the fishies.
Okay. So you're just gonna chill 30 feet down like live bait and hope something comes to get you.
Yep.
Okay. So everyone's up on the boat. Yomi's, fluttering around up above. The rope stopped moving. You can all kind of see Theoden there. It's not that hard. Maybe Riv can't. But
My name's Theoden Rocasts. And that's
Great.
the lake monsters.
I'm Theoden Wade. Okay.
I tug on the rope twice to let them know that I'm okay.
Okay.
All right, you get the double tug.
Perfect.
Riv starts pulling the rope up frantically.
No, not yet, Riv.
No, Riv. 2 is okay.
But that was 5s!
We can still see him. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
You're doing great, Riv. You're doing great.
Yeah, Nora's been over the boat again, with both hands, including the one that they stabbed multiple times in the water.
Chumming the water with your blood. Alrighty. That's good.
Noir? Will you hold my rope for me, please?
You're fine.
Thank you.
Just kind of idly.
Sidelong glare from Asa.
Yeah, Nora's just, digging their hands and wishing it in the water and just, mumbling stuff about purification.
And at this point, Riv is now back to standing along the edge of the boat, readying an attack for any of the fishes.
Okay. I'm trying
Let's
to
make
think.
sure that we're ready to heave once the time comes.
Nor and Theoden, roll me survival checks real quick. For being bait. Wow.
Nice.
23.
No, natural
Joe.
20, which became
Oh,
a 23. That is the second natural 20 fishing roll. And Nor rolls a 23.
I got a 23
Yeah.
too, but not natural.
Nor, who are you? This is the most unorthodox fishing I've ever heard of.
Okay.
And
The only thing that would make this better is if I had a cookie.
Theoden,
Balthazar, like, don't ask Noah who they are. You don't want to know.
you've been watching these murky shapes looming underneath, and then one of them comes by and takes the whole fish that you had put in there before. Gone.
About how large was it?
Big enough to engulf a 50-pound fish.
Hey, caught a 50-pounder. That's pretty good.
You had caught a 50-pounder, yes. That's gone. You see your fishing rod get dangling behind this one as they take in
Danger!
your entire fish, and then the line snaps and floats away a bit. The other 2 silhouettes sink down, but that one, just having come up and snatched that, is circling about 80 feet under you. It's kind of checking you out.
mean, who wouldn't?
Exactly.
Hmm.
Are those scales? They look.
Ravishing.
I mean, in a way, I do have some scales.
You, yeah, also kind of look like the fish you
Yep.
had caught. A bit.
Is Theoden gonna die?
It is a distinct possibility.
I mean, Dad's only joked about dying in session 0,
Well,
but
that's
you
a
know,
risk I'm willing to take.
Yes.
Me too.
If you stay down there, the Ashen Rider's hell is very balls be blessed.
Okay. Whew. So, you're chilling there watching this thing come around. As it gets closer, it kind of goes down a bit.
This is it.
As
Thanks for breaking my goddamn head.
it gets closer, no, it did. It gets closer, and then it dives down.
Okay.
It got within like maybe 60 feet, and then it went down.
Schrodinger's orca.
no.
And Theoden, what are you up to? Are you just trying to keep your eyes on it, or are you trying to act like a flailing fish? What's your strategy here? You got that nat 20, so it's working, whatever you're doing. But what is it?
That acts out.
Yeah, flailing like a fish in water on a hook, I guess. But
Okay.
I suppose like I guess I'll take my axe and like make a slight cut on my arm
Mm-hmm.
Christ!
and make myself actual bait.
Got it. So
more approves.
a nice,
I know to it.
a nice little cloud of blood spurts from you and starts kind of filling the water about you, making you a little more obscured to everyone. Yomi shouts out, "The bait's bleeding!"
Hey, Gats.
Yeah.
So, do you think I could send a message cantrip through the line to Theoden? So I think I could.
He's close enough that you could just point in his direction to message him. Yeah.
Because I think I have to send it through the solid. I think I have to send it through the rope, like we did in Heroes of Old.
You don't have to. The message
okay.
cantrip, if you know where they're at, you kind of point at their direction. Though if there's things in between you and them, it can interfere. It's a weird spell. It's not like the cool
Nice
cups on a
spell.
string. It's,
Magic.
yeah, magic.
Okay.
But yeah, you
Magic.
you can message him.
All right.
So you
I'm
get
gonna.
a quick little message to him, and he gets a quick message back.
Theoden, are you in over your head? But really, do you need to be pulled out?
Great grappling hook of the lake. Is that you? By the
It is I.
gods.
So you message back, "It is I." So 2 messages. Theoden, how do you respond to having this voice in your head? It sounds like
He doesn't
Balthazar. Like it's like Balthazar's like talking into your ear right now, inside your head. Like you're in the Avengers movie or something. Just people talking in your head all the time.
Come on. After a little bit, he would realize that it is Balthazar
Okay.
and say, "Just cut myself a little bit to make myself actual bait, but it seems to be going away. just- I'm all right."
Just say the word, and we'll pull you out of here, lickety split.
The people on the stream saw what the GM just rolled. I just rolled a natural 20 for this fish to engulf you from below at max speed. They're coming at an angle where they're trying to get you entirely and also go for that nice bloody fingers in the water above you.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
How much? Let's see. How big are you, Theoden? You're a half elf, right?
Yeah.
So-
I imagine he'd be over 6 foot.
So a really tall half elf, which is fine. So you're over 6 foot. And you're again. You have that that cut build, not a bulky, super
Yeah.
bulk build. So this thing comes up and gets over you up to your chest.
Oh, shit. Well,
Admiral
Rip.
Scars of the collection.
How did you have the hook again? The grappling hook? You had an axe
It was-
in one hand, right? And then
Yeah, axe in one hand, grappling hook in the other.
Okay.
and he had the reaction, right, to hook it,
Yeah.
like Dragonheart.
Yeah, I was still waiting to jam it into.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Let me roll damage.
You take 72 piercing damage.
Shit.
Dead instantly.
Well,
You guys have
we're gonna-
inspired exponential lake leviathans, so this is. I'll roll this publicly.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Joe, if you die, I'm really sorry because this is my fault.
No, hold on. He's not permitted to die. Yet.
Ooh, I rolled really high damage.
Oh!
So how are you doing, Theoden?
1 hit point.
Good job.
Do we feel a single tug on the rope?
You're
Are you
going
fucking-
to. Yeah. Let me describe what happens here. So, Theoden being slightly distracted by the message, Yomi so excited she doesn't actually shout out. She just goes like, seeing this thing.
That's even more alarming. When Yomi goes quiet, that is
Yomi went-
explicitly
Yomi
when I
went
should
dead
be
quiet, and right before, Yomi
Something's
just
wrong.
gets really close. And
Pull him in.
and the thing comes up, engulfs you feet first, up to your chest, crushing your sternum and your spine with horrific force, and launches up out of the water like a great white shark on Discovery Channel.
Shock.
Noir, roll me a dex save.
Okie dokie, artichoke. 8.
Oh no.
Let me roll to see how good they are at clipping you. Okay. They don't hit you, but they kind of scrape you up a little bit. That's about it. You can take 1 damage.
Can Riv, who's been holding an attack, leap at the fish?
Yes. Leap at the fish.
What we're gonna do right now is roll
Roll
initiative.
Yeah.
Make
Joe's
sure
jumping into combat at 1 HP.
Yes. Make sure.
Did we do damage?
But make sure you select your token. Got to make it red. Make sure you select
you're
your
right.
token before you roll initiative. Who are all these folk? These people are dead. Let me get them out of here. Oh gosh. Okay. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Oh, the little Hydra. Yeah.
Oof.
Despite selecting my token, I didn't show up in the turn order.
Okay. Try it again, and I could manually put it in for you. If you select and then hit initiative, we'll see if you pop up this time. I might have accidentally deleted you or something.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Let me manually update that to the 17 you have
17.
rolled.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
God, nat 1 on initiative, Olivia.
Yeah.
Elidri didn't show up in the turn order either for some reason. What the heck?
Try unclicking and then re-clicking your.
Yeah, give me one
icon.
moment here. I'm gonna unclick, re-click. Oh,
There you are.
fuck you, roll 20.
So we'll go through what just happened in a moment. I've got to do.
Why you
these
gotta
ones-
play with my heart?
Roll 20 is just fucking with you now.
It's
It's
Ooh,
like
I-
Christmas colors.
I'm gonna drag and drop one critter to here. This is not the actual critter you're battling, but I would like to have a token on the turn order.
Fire.
Come on, roll 20. You got it. You got it. That's.
What? So look at it.
You know what's
You little
cool?
fella.
It showed up on my player screen, but not on my GM screen. There we go. It just showed up. Okay.
Mild concern.
Yeah, right.
Fishy.
Concern.
Let me check one other thing here. This is awesome. Yep, so same mod. Okay. Why won't you let me roll initiative? Roll 20. There we go. Okay. So, let me sort you all, and then we will. What a sad, sad fate for Asa. Let me fix this.
As it should be.
All right. So initiative. Asa, you rolled a natural 1. When you roll natural 1 in initiative, I usually make your number a negative number.
I appreciate that.
If you roll a nat 20, I usually add 100 to what you rolled.
Respectable.
We will go from top down now. Right off the cuff, we've got Balthazar with your 23 initiative, Noir with 17, Riv a 15, Theoden with the 9, and the big old Fishy with a 5.
Fishy.
Which makes sense since they just did their thing. All right. Let's see. Riv, you did have a held action though. I will let you get that off right now. So you wanted to leap at this thing.
Yeah, he's going to leap at it with rapier in his hand, screaming, "I'll save you!"
Okay. It's pretty easy to leap and hit this thing. 18 does hit. Roll damage. Okay, yeah, you're
It is
So-
within 5 feet.
so I gotta ask, Riv. Would you have thought about Theoden being in this thing?
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't usually go that route as a thing, but
It's a rapier.
it's a rapier. You're stabbing it, probably dead center. I'm not gonna give you a dex check, Theoden, but I am gonna give Riv a luck check. Odds, you stab him. Roll me a d20. You stab him.
Ah,
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry.
But the good news is your friend is within 5 feet, so you do an extra damage.
Hey, can I use my reaction to that?
Which reaction are you wanting to use?
I'm gonna use twist the skein, and just see what happens to that attack roll.
The skeins of fate are tangled.
If it's a reaction, yeah, okay, once a day. As it attempts an attack, saving throw or skill check, roll a d20, subtract 10. Okay, add that number, then adjust. Sure. Go ahead. Okay, so that is -6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're subtracting 6 from Riv's attack, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
In hopes that it doesn't kill our bait. Or at least that's what I'm hoping.
Okay. I'll let it happen. Riv, you go to stab it. And how are you trying to intercept Riv's attack, roleplay-wise? How does this look with your reaction, with your magic?
I would say that I actually reach out with my bow from my viol, and you have a rapier, right?
Yes.
I kind of like push the rapier magically with the viol bow with the extension of my hand just a little bit down so that the actual point of the rapier pierces a lower part of the creature and not Theoden.
So, you do this, but you do it slightly too well. The rapier goes, and instead of purchasing, it bounces and slides along the scales of this big fish.
Oh no! Oh shit!
12
Oh shit!
does not hit.
Oh. I'm sorry, little kobold.
If you had it a little less powerful, it would have hit the fish and not Theoden. But
Oh no!
okay. After that catastrophic result, Balthazar, it is your go.
Shoot.
The fish is literally in the air, engulfing Theoden, scraping up against Noir's hand. And Riv is, like, downward slide, stabbing along its scales, scratching them, but not piercing through.
Is Theoden still alive at this point in time?
Roll me a quick medicine check.
This is getting nutty.
I'm gonna need to get some tea.
Are we killing your gats?
I ran out of tea a while ago. I made a lot.
No, we're killing Theoden.
You have no idea if he's alive or dead.
Oh god.
Theoden, when you got crushed, your air got expunged through you real quickly, so you're probably just kind of wheezing right now. Yeah. Okay.
How large does this creature look?
Are you like asking how long it is?
How large does it look?
Oh, huge.
Does it look like one of my... Okay, so one of my nets probably wouldn't have an effect on it.
It might annoy it.
We're fucked. I love it. I'm gonna give my my bardic inspiration to. I'm gonna give it to Riv as a whoopsie for making that rapier miss altogether, which would be my bonus action. And so the fish is right up. It just crests to the water right beside the boat, right?
Yeah, I haven't even described what happens after it's done with it's since Time's Weird Initiative, it's like in stasis. But it's still moving. It has not done. It's not gonna like sink back down. Let's just say that.
It's free willing for the whole scene or this round.
Right
Except
now.
there's no child reaching up, looking in glee. There's just Theoden probably wailing.
No, this is the accurate version of Free Willy.
This is what the orca would do. Just grab the kid, take him under. All right.
It's great.
All right, Balthazar.
Okay.
What do we do?
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, shoot. We're kind of boned.
What do?
Then I'm just gonna say fuck it. Then I'll attack it with my own. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
You know what?
No,
with a nat
wait.
20, you don't hit Joe.
You know what?
Yeah, you do. You don't
I'm
hit
gonna nat
Theoden.
20 it.
You're just gonna nat 20 with your fish, with your axe carver. So what does this
Interesting.
attack look like while it's in Free Willy slow motion with Carver? And describe Carver while you're at it.
So, as I pause in horror, just taking in, what we've accomplished, this great fish in front of us, and me almost freezing in action with just the circumstances of what has happened, after pairing the attack that almost claimed our bait, giving some inspiration on the back end to help any further action from Riv, I saw my opportunity as I saw the fish's gills come into view, and I knew that I needed to strike, if now or any point in time this was it. And I pick up this axe that is a half shaft, mithril gleaming, fairly well crafted axe, and I forget the shape of it and what that actual axe head is called because I don't have it written down.
Yeah, it's set up. It's a hewing style axe with a very narrow neck and cheeks, so like a long bearded axe that comes out with a long beard as well.
Okay.
It's so thin it looks like it might be fragile, but being made of mithril, it's very light and very strong.
That's really cool.
And so as I run towards it, if the fish is standing up, so I come in at the side, just sliding the axe into one of its gill slots and just burying it deep into the vulnerable part of the fish.
Okay. Roll damage.
Not bad.
That is 13?
12 dankage.
No, 12 damage. Yeah, 12 damage. All right.
Ah!
Anything with bonus action or anything else?
I gave my bardic inspiration
That's
to
right.
to Riv as a bonus action.
All right, Noir. You're getting scraped. You just had some blood get spattered on you from the gill smash.
Mm-hmm.
Free Willy's in front of you.
So mechanically, Hunter's Mark is getting put in this moves from our good friend Theoden to the fish because that was still active. So now the fish has Hunter's Mark on it.
They are one and the same. I'll give you that right now. I'll give you that right now. Depending on what you do.
And so this is like point blank, right? If say Eldritch Blast goes off.
Yeah, you're literally touching the fish. The fish is touching your hand. You're touching the fish.
Yeah, gonna do that Eldritch Blast point blank right on the fish skin.
Go for it.
Advantage?
Do you have Warcaster or anything like that? Or
I'm just asking because it's a ranged thing and we're doing point blank, so
thematically, you're not being threatened by this thing's range, so I won't give you the disadvantage that you normally would. And you can't really miss. So yeah, I'll give you advantage on this attack since it's already touching you. Why not?
Okay.
I'll let you have it.
Cool. And thematically, everyone feels a smile come deep within the furs. And a strange glow happens over the entirety of Noir's body. And everywhere there's blood, just almost ghosty green flames shoot up. And then, boop,
Nice.
does a 21 hit?
A 21 at point blank does in fact hit with your Eldritch Blast. So please roll damage with that. 9.
That would be a whole 9 force damage, GM.
Almost max.
Hell yeah.
Nice. So,
High five. Boom.
So when you touch this fish, you just blow a hole into it. And blood is leaking out of that quite profusely. Anything else you could do on your turn?
Well, had that bonus action, had an actual action. I think.
Does Hunter's Mark give you extra damage?
a d6.
Oh, for weapon damage, not magic damage.
Blasties, you're right. Thank you.
Yeah, unless you want to, but that would be insane.
That's hex.
No, I don't think I have anything else except Nora's just gonna whisper, "Purify."
Hmm.
Riv,
Mm.
your rapier was, for some
So-
reason, you thought it was perfectly aimed to skewer this thing, but something pulled your rapier downward.
Yeah, so he was leaping up at it, and he thought it was glorious, and then his rapier went down. It caught on the part where everybody was sitting, but Riv kind of tucks and rolls with it, pulling the rapier back up and out, and then he strikes a pose at the end, down on one knee, and he thrusts upward with the rapier toward the fish again.
All right.
Get him, Riv. Get him.
Roll the skewer.
And that's advantage because of pack tactics.
That's right. Little kobolds with their pack tackies. 20 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. And again, is Riv thinking about poor Theoden inside at all?
He is this time because he looked up and sees Theoden's head sticking out of the fish.
With
It's
your
just
flourish,
slowly lolling.
with your flourish and your cool aim and everything, roll me an acrobatics with that as well, if you don't mind. Yeah,
That would be a 22.
You do not touch Theoden. You look really cool while doing it, with your awesome jukes and everything. Oh yeah, you have that bardic inspiration die too.
Oh, and I can use it for damage, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I'll use it for damage.
Theoden can also use it to add to his heal if he chooses to heal as well, with magical inspiration. So, yep, enjoy.
So
you
2
go.
more damage.
So we are at 16 damage. Whew. Okay. So yeah, you skewer up through and wriggle your rapier into this fish, and then slide it back out, creating a nice spout for blood to drip out of the head and neck of this thing. Anything else on your turn? Riv?
Yeah, actually, Riv is going to try to climb up the fish to where Theoden is.
Okay. On top of
the
your athletic, on top of that acrobatics, roll me. I'd almost say roll me an athletics to get up there too, since it is kind of moving and it's climbing and all that. 15's fine. Yeah.
And I have second story work as a rogue.
Yeah. So you're shadow colossusing this flying free willy giant fish.
So
You are hanging off of the lip edge of this fish.
So as he flips up and is looking down at Theoden, using his fast hands, Theoden is going to apply Riv is going to apply a healer's kit to Theoden.
Go for it. Healer feet. Let's go.
Do it.
So that's just
Sweetie boy.
D6 plus something.
A healer's kit. Pulls up the healer feat. Here, I'll just post it. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
So it's gotta be a d6 plus 4 plus whatever level you are, Theoden. And you better be level 3.
All right.
It's gotta be 10 health.
Yeah.
10.
So
That would be 13.
what?
It's a d6 plus 4 plus hit points equal to the character's number of hit dice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So 3 plus 3 plus 4.
Yeah.
It's 10.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm bad
That's
at
fine.
math.
So
I mean, we'll take 13.
Riv can't
Yeah, move
math,
it.
but John can math.
5.
so I gotta ask Riv, your acrobatic medical care. What does it look like exactly?
So
How are you
as-
helping Theoden?
So as Riv stabs it, he kind of uses the momentum of the stab to flip up to the side of the fish.
Mhm.
He grabs a hold of the mouth of the fish where Theoden is. He lifts up onto the top of the fish as the fish is going up and over, and he reaches down and he just starts wrapping this cloth all around Theoden's chest where the fish teeth have gone into Theoden.
But
I love
I'm gonna
it.
say you put some salve on there to numb the pain or something too.
Yeah, and at the same time, with his with his little tail, he has dumped a little bit of like herbal remedy in his mouth.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Theoden, you're
he's gonna
being
need it.
tenderly cared for. You can breathe for a second. What do? It's your go. You're in here.
Thank
You've got
you.
your arms free. You're slightly less crushed.
It would be an action to like try and pry myself out of this fish mouth, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. That would be like a opposing grapple right now. Um,
Okay.
if you want ideas, let me know. It is your first time jamming with me, and I can.
I'm debating whether or not if I should just use my action to heal or use my action to get the fuck out of this mouth.
Or use your action to attack.
Beat the
Yeah.
shit out of it.
That's
Go all
true.
Drax.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Just-
remember, you've got your axe, you've got your grappling hook.
axe.
So what do you want to do? You've got a
Uh,
split second to decide. Escape, heal, attack.
You also have the Bardic Inspiration, which on a hit could let you heal, correct?
Whenever I use my healing, yeah, it would add that d6. I think I might heal.
I'm disappointed.
What would
Are you
Theoden?
though?
Here's the question: what would Theoden do? Don't gotta think
I'm
too
a ro-
strategically. What would Theoden
I'm just gonna roll a d20.
There you go. We'll learn what Theoden will do. So
He's attacking.
okay. There we go.
Nice.
I went with the first roll. He's attacking.
All right. Are you attacking with your axe or with your grappling hook first, or at all, or what is your plan here?
So I was going to action attack with the axe, and then
Okay.
bonus action improvised weapon attack with the grappling hook.
Okay, roll
Good
with
old
your.
offhand.
Or you know what? No, I'm gonna swap that. Bonus action first. Grappling hook.
Can I ask a question to the DM?
Yeah.
When he got gobbled up, he was holding on to an action to hook the grappling hook into whatever came near him. I guess my question is, did that happen? And like, where is the hook right now, or did the fish come too quick for that?
I think
That's right.
we forgot about that until just now. I'll give you. Would you be trying to use dexterity to sink the hook or strength to sink your hook?
Dexterity.
Okay. I will give you a disadvantage dexterity roll with this hook retroactively
Okay.
to see if you got a hook into this fish real quick. To be nice.
Okay.
It's session 0.
Adding proficiency bonus or no?
No. Unless you're
No.
proficient with grappling hook attacks.
Is that a thing?
Let me
Improvised
look.
weapon master.
11 is not going to get it. But
So
you have your second shot now. So
Okay.
You can do this.
He's got it.
so roll a dexterity. You said you're doing this hook first. That's your
Yeah,
plan, right?
doing the hook first. Yep.
Okay. So
So straight dex
roll me a straight dex
or okay.
a straight strength.
We ain't doing this. We ain't doing strength with this character at all.
Whoa!
Nice.
A 20, you will sink that thing in, and then roll me. I think improvised weapon is 1d4 or something.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
1d4 with no modifier unless you have that feat.
Yeah. So roll me 1d4. So 3.
Traced.
Okay.
Could be worse.
The hook is
Could
sunk
be
in.
worse.
Can somebody remind me how dual weapon stuff works if you don't have the feat or the fighting style?
Offhand attacks.
Disadvantage
There's-
without proficiency, right?
It's without proficiency for both the attack and the weapon damage.
Okay. So
There's nothing about disadvantage.
okay.
So
So Yeah, roll me. So you roll to hit, but you don't add your proficiency to the attack roll.
Hmm.
So,
So we
so we'll just
we did it.
minus a couple off of it.
I don't. Did we add the
You-
proficiency?
No,
Take
you
a-
did a
No, we just
straight
did straight
dexterity
strike, or
attack.
dex.
So
Yeah. For your axe, you're trying to offhand with your
Oh,
axe,
for-
right? Or are you
My
off-
axe is in my main hand.
Okay, so you offhanded with a hook. That's fine. Okay, we
Yep.
did that. We're good. I need to get my tea. Also, we're going to take a break really shortly here. Roll with your axe.
Yep. Double check, make sure. Okay. Le melee.
Bated breath.
10
Oh,
does
no.
not
That is
strike
Nope.
true. So you swing your axe down. You can't get the good angle, and you kind of glint off of the scales on this thing. You're used to putting your hips into the swing. You're just kind of like.
Oh,
no!
your hips are crushed.
Bad fish.
Yeah, you might need to take a break from your nightly
Did he use his
adventures.
bardic inspiration?
No.
I did not. But I shall do so.
So I figured you would have, no matter what you decided to do.
Balthazar, put
Yeah,
your hips
so-
into it.
So that is a D6,
I already
correct?
did
Yes, it's a D6.
completely.
I would have
Three.
13.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
Hey! Oh, almost fell.
roll damage. 13 does hit.
Alright.
7 slash roonies.
7 points of damage.
That's goofy.
Before the fish goes, we're going to take a break. I just need to use the restroom and grab some tea.
What's Free Willy gonna do?
How long do you guys want? I think usually 10 to 15 is good. Do you guys want a full
I'd like
15?
I'd like a 10
15
on
would be
mine.
good.
15. Okay.
15?
Okay.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to put our break overlay on. It is on. And I'll put in chat, we will be back at about 15 after. All right. See y'all in a bit.
Theoden's hips don't lie.
They do not. Not at all.
Looks like J. Crew is watching the stream.
Yeah. Looks like you're in the stream too.
Yeah, of course I am. I gotta do the audio check every now and then, make sure the audio is working.
I appreciate that.
And we've been doing good so far. I check in like maybe every 5-10 minutes.
Nice and nice. Alrighty. I am gonna go get some snacks.
Do it. Sounds like a plan.
There we go.
You have some crazy people in your village. Just saying.
Kind of comes with the nature of being out here in the boonies. Like, look at who's on this boat right now. We've got a kobold, a crazy spirit seer, an off-brand heretic. And a charlatan. No.
And just so y'all know, I don't turn the cameras all back on till we're all back. So we're all just avatars right now.
Gotcha. I like it.
I dig it.
What a nutty first session so far.
I wasn't really expecting the whole
Fire.
Superfish Forever encounter, I gotta admit. But this is entertaining. For
This
sure.
may yet be our first introduction to lingering injuries.
Shit.
I don't have those standard, but I do sometimes roll those on nat 20s, don't I? Sometimes.
Didn't we rule that lingering injuries would be a part of coming back from the grave?
We've played with them a bit, and what we decided was it's more fun to have it be in a role play situation than anything else,
That makes
rather
sense,
than have
yeah.
it be a mechanical rule. And also, I think I had ruled to wait until combat's over, so we don't get all bogged down with it.
I also think it's kind of cool because I truly believe we have a group of players that would accurately represent an injury like that.
Yeah, because the lingering injury, rolling on a table versus having it happen more naturally, and then
Rolling on a
being
table
like,
just never makes sense.
yeah. I mean,
It's
it
so-
does if it's like, somebody's like doing some crazy wild attack and we haven't described what happened yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. What we're gonna do though at the end of this is we'll have a nice, if Theoden makes it, we'll have a nice examination of how he's doing.
See, Gats, this is playing into your comments that you made about the change in direction for the first session. We're just buying you time.
Yeah. This
God
was
damn it.
not supposed to last 2 hours, but that's fine. I'm having fun.
You said
I am
we were
too.
supposed to spend 3 hours debating about fishing rods. I heard it.
No, that was shopping for fishing rods. I just gave y'all fishing rods and a boat. Didn't ask you how the boat was made.
And look
or
at that.
the layout.
We caught a Leviathan.
The Leviathan caught you. Let's.
No. Working as intended.
to the predator or the prey is yet to be determined. We've got some. What is that? What do you call those dolls? Something.
Montryoshka dolls?
Mushka dolls?
Yeah.
Mushka, something like that. Dolls. Going on,
Right,
or
right.
a trout Tofurky, Theodfurky Troughton thing, because we've got a nat 20 sized fish. Swallowed by a nat 20 again sized fish, and then a Theoden on top. It's pretty good.
The turducken comment makes sense now.
Yeah.
I just always refer to them as nesting dolls.
There you go.
Got myself some more honey oolong lemon liquid.
Nice. Got some Sam's Cola.
Hey, welcome back, Paul.
Welcome.
And Gats, I told Eludria, but you had already left your seat. I am like every 5 or 10 minutes just checking the audio on the YouTube stream. So we've been doing good so far.
I appreciate it. Every once in a while, like if internet cuts out and comes back or something, sometimes like XSplit gets out of whack. And I think I told you about one of our best sessions in season 3 that happened, and none of us noticed. And we're all like,
I
man,
noticed.
well, yeah. When we were done, 45 minutes later with the scene during break, you're like, oh no, gas. And then we fixed it. It was the session that traumatized Boozle forever. It was great.
Or Boozle.
Am
Don't take
I
my
in
job.
frame and everything?
I don't know yet. I wait until everyone's back before I lift the break veil. I think we're all back.
I'd be here.
So let me turn off the break. Yeah, everybody's in frame.
Okay, awesome, because I, like, jiggled my camera, so...
Cool. Welcome back, everybody. Everybody ready?
Yeah,
Hey, let's keep it going.
let's see how this giant fish thing destroys our boat.
No,
All right, let me roll.
but
a
also
couple.
likely.
It is the big fish's turn as it's careening through the air. I'm going to roll a couple things here to myself. Okay. Solid 14 twice. Perfect. And yeah, so this thing was flying through the air. Oh, I got to select it over on the GM layer. Dump. Oh, I grabbed Noir. Noir, I'll put you back.
I like it.
I'll put you back, Noir. Go back, Noir.
You know, like when your animal makes a face, like when it knows it did something bad, and it's kind of like looking at you. Like kids do this too. Like Balthazar's making that face right now, like up in the sky in the direction, like towards the possible GM gods.
Like, I messed up.
Half of its movement happens as it's in the sky, now noticing it's over a boat. Its mouth is full. And it's going to try to chomp on you, Theoden, as is natural to do.
Okay.
Hey, at least we got you up to 10, so...
At 11,
Yeah.
to be very specific.
Gonna roll all ones on its 4d10.
Please.
Does my portent benefit us here?
It can, if you did that. Did you
I
do
didn't.
that?
No, I didn't.
If you want to be cheeky, and I'll give you a roll odds, or even if you did that this morning, I don't think you'd have cause to. But
I wouldn't. I won't metagame.
We're going on a
have cause
relaxing
to.
fishing trip.
let me get ready. All right.
Nor always does that, you know?
It's
Just,
just to fish further beyond.
Put on my plate mail to go fishing. Let's go. Okay.
Hells.
Okay. So, the fishy's got you in its mouth. It's going to try to chomp on you. Gonna roll. I'll roll publicly, then I'm gonna add to it. 7 plus. Dun, 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 dun.
No! Bad God.
Unless that is a +9.
Don't tell him what to add.
You wanna
Well,
know what-
conveniently, it was +9.
It is.
Ah!
I just
We're in
went and
danger.
scrolled to it, and it's literally +9.
Joseph.
So 16 hits.
Just hits.
Okay. Alrighty.
Wait, hang on. I think
Clear favor.
with this,
No.
Does he have partial cover?
this defensive duelist.
In his mouth.
When you're here, I'll just put it in the.
Yeah. Slap it in your chat. Okay.
When it hits you with a melee attack, reaction add proficiency bonus to AC.
Yes.
He punched it in the nose.
Reaction.
The grappling hook's out of your hand. You've got your one axe. I made it a finesse axe, technically.
Holy
Your
crap!
AC bumps to 18.
The legend.
Okay. So
what is happening?
you like cram your axe into its mouth and pry the jaw away so it doesn't quite bite all the way. Like, that hurts. Okay, sure, that happened.
Slit its gum a little bit, like when you're at the
Look at Paul's
dentist,
face.
they just kind of like slice you a little bit on accident.
Paul's like, this is a
Oh.
dirty party. This party's dirty.
Just a little.
Filthy.
This is some shenanigans. It's probably the most shenanigansy Zero session I've ever had.
This is about to get worse.
That's because you have me here now. This is every session.
Now the
Good.
rest of the movement of the fish happens. And
Please tell me it impacts into the land.
it smashes into the boat.
Saw that coming.
Ah, even worse.
Nah.
Nah.
No, I got something to counter that, GM.
So let me counter that one too with my other reactions. No. This roll plus 6. That's gonna smash
God!
the shit out of your boat. So
Oh my god.
23 to
Yeah.
break your boat. So yeah, it comes down, it smashes into the rear of your boat. The front of your boat comes flipping upwards, the back crumples, cracks, and breaks off. And the fish lands just into the water. God.
This is very Jaws-y right
We're
now.
all gonna drown. So
Wait,
next
can
week
the
we'll have
kobolds
the
swim?
session. Next week we'll have session 0 as season 6.
Yeah, exactly. This is the broken part of the ship. The ship's sinking. Yeah. And everyone on the ship roll me a deck save who is on the ship still.
I'm having a great time.
Noir drags you
this.
around again. So there you go.
I'm on the fish.
Yeah, you don't. You'll have your turn in a second here.
Okay. So I rolled an 11.
Asa rolled,
10. Very, very average.
and 2 hands you rolled.
Balthazar rolled 14, above average.
Balthazar, you keep your footing. You lean with it. You keep your footing. You put one foot up on the little seat there. Asa, no, you failed your deck saves. DC was 13, and I'll let you come up with. Asa, what happens to you? You rolled lowest. Let's have you go first.
Oh, let's see. So I was basically on the end that got flipped up. The answer isn't what happens to me, it's how far I get flung.
Oh, you were way back. Okay.
I was like at the end that is now probably many feet into the air after that impact.
Okay.
Catapult.
Roll me 2d4.
Sure.
Who was the one that was holding on to the rope attached to the grappling hook?
Balthazar.
I think it was Balthazar and Asa.
That was
Yeah.
also me.
Yeah, and Asa. Oh,
That
rolled
was
pretty
very
high.
much. Yes.
And you don't weigh that much, right? You're kind of a tiny person, if I remember.
I'm quite small.
Yeah.
Like quite small.
Okay.
5'3".
And how many pounds?
That's my question.
Hmm.
How lean
Let's
are
see.
you?
Pretty lean.
So you're like 80 pounds? 90 pounds?
Ooh.
5'3".
Like 110 would probably be in BMI average.
Yeah, so you're
Like 100.
A little underweight.
110. That'd be pretty average.
so
I
you're,
eat.
you're average.
Yeah.
You eat food. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
you're-
eat food.
You 110 with your clothes. Let's call it that.
Okay.
Let's move on. I'm going to do the inverse of what you rolled. So you only go flying 20 feet.
Sorry. Holy God.
There you go.
20 feet? You only Hold on.
Dude, you ever seen one of those trampoline, the big beanbag things, or the blobs you can jump on from? That's what happened.
You're higher in the eye than Yulmi is.
That
Wow.
sounds like that's advantage. I mean, if you attack from up that angle, I mean, shit.
Oh yeah,
on.
everyone knows flying through the air makes it really easy to attack things.
It's gonna be so
That's why
goddamn.
Peter Pan is so good
This
at
is gonna be
fighting.
so goddamn bad. I hope you all know this. This is gonna be so bad.
I like your natural one that's coming up for this initiative too. It all makes sense now. Noir, what happens with you? The boat basically exploded near where you were standing.
Yeah, and Nor is also underneath all that fur is like only an inch taller than Asa, but a lot skinnier. Though I don't think Nor has the benefit of getting that like upswing.
No, your part just kind of imploded into the water. I think you're on the other side.
Or they're on top of the fish. One of the two.
Become fish.
With that low of a dex save, I think we'll just do the basic thing: prone, sinking into the water.
Prone. Okay, yeah, just sinking in the water amongst all the debris.
Yep. So turning you sideways makes sense now, on accident, on purpose. Perfect. Yeah. Asa, you're still holding the rope, are you? Or did you let go?
One moment. Let's see here. That was supposed to be
Animal
a slide.
handling.
That was supposed to be a slide effect.
Woo! Let's ride this fish.
I clicked way too quickly. Well, that
whatever
would
you
have
rolled, an 18. You rolled a
22.
19 on the
That would have been a
die.
22.
You rolled, yeah. So 22.
So I still got the rope.
Okay.
Slim pickings.
Balthazar, you're feeling tug on. Like, this is the arc that Asa's doing now, is because you're holding. You're holding the pen, the swivel point of. Yeah.
You ground us,
Yeah.
literally.
Oh,
And the fish moves a bit more into the water across the top here. And it's Ace's turn.
You're flying high.
You're feeling the downswing start to commence.
okay. But do I have eyes on the fish and Theoden and Riv?
I don't see why not.
Good. So
I don't
I'm going to, as my bonus action, use my healing light here on Theoden, expending all 4 of them.
Uh-huh. Go ahead and roll those healies.
I'm just gonna. So you heal for 14, Theoden.
Sweet.
Alright, I'll tick those down on my end, and then I'm going to use my action to try and hit this thing with an Eldritch Blast before I hit the water.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let me see here. And 16?
I'll give you it.
All right.
I won't
and
punish
it
you
is
for the
pulled
shenanigans.
10 feet out of the water into the air.
Okay. That's probably gonna be great.
Don't worry
Right.
about it.
Can you
He has-
repeat that? What's going on?
He has an invocation called Grasp of Hadar. When you hit someone with Eldritch Blast, they don't get a save. They get pulled 10 feet towards you. Technically, you can move a Tarask 10 feet towards you if you hit it. Thanks, Xanathars.
So, okay, let me get this straight. When
Come here, Free
Boom.
Willy.
and now the fish is going backwards back into the debris,
No,
running
it's not,
into the boat again.
No,
It's
it's not going into the boat.
it's going
It's
up
going-
towards Isa,
This is what.
like that.
Oh no.
I am 20 feet up in the air, which means this fish is now 10 feet up.
10 feet up in the air and
Yeah.
backwards,
Yeah,
and probably back over the boat, like the
a little
remnants
bit.
of the boat.
The tail of the fish is over the boat for sure.
I want to know what's going through Riv's head.
That's, by the way, that's Ace's go. That's all I got for you. Like, give me back my baker and shopkeeper.
Okay, Balthazar.
So
one
that
end of the rope is slacked. Oh, sorry, Asa. Top of the round. Your movement. I'll probably do it. Should I do your movement now or when it comes back around to you? I don't know.
Do it when it comes back around.
Sure, whatever. Let's go.
It's far too late for that.
So I just want to make sure that I spatially, emotionally understand where everyone is right now.
Yeah.
On the battle.
Let me run through
I
it.
can't guarantee that.
Yomi is hovering 15 feet off the water, hands on face, loving all of this. Noir, I called you Noir, like, that's kind of cool. Noir. Throw a J in there. Noir is prone and looks like a dead bear sinking into the wreckage of the small side of the ship.
It's just the most tragic form. Like, goodbye.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Just a teddy bear floating face down.
You can feel where Asa is because it's a pendulum tugging on the rope that you're holding onto, and it is now downwardly arcing. So you're having to shift your weight to keep holding onto it. And the big giant fish, filled with Theoden and another big giant fish with Riv riding it, was just sucked 10 feet up into the air.
Awesome.
Magically. So magically, there is a fish up in the air. Its tail is definitely over, like, where Noor and that broken part of the boat is. And there's slack on that side of the rope. You got slack on that side.
Okay, so I have some questions.
Please.
I think we all have questions.
We all have questions. I'm gonna probably just slate 7 of them and stick with one. Which jaw is the grappling hook in on this giant fish?
It's far side from you, so it's
Top or
right,
bottom?
It's right here. Not the jaw, but in the cheek.
Okay. All right. So
the rope is probably going across the top of the head to you.
okay. Here's what I want to do. I'm gonna talk it out.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your
We're gonna
shenanigans
see what
plans here?
happens.
Tell me.
So I've never let go of the rope.
No?
I have slack on the rope.
On one side.
I'm gonna ping the map. I want to run towards the the front of the ship.
You're gonna wrap it.
This nice, and I want to use my movement to swing and wrap it around. And on the backswing, when I come back around, I want to cast something at this creature